Come on, eat it. Gosh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh my goodness. What's going on, folks, and welcome back to the Uncut series here on the channel. I love this series because the cameras are rolling, I'm going bass fishing, and whatever happens, good or bad, is caught on camera for you guys with zero edits. Now, before we get into the fishing and the teaching, I'm giving away an all expenses paid fishing trip with me to help raise money for an awesome foundation called Bass for Beckers. Bass for Beckers raises money for kids with muscular dystrophy and helps to send those kids to an MD specific camp. I am super passionate about this charity, and again, it is giving away an all expenses paid trip with me to catch big bass in Texas, Minnesota, New York, wherever you want to go. And the way to win is to get your raffle tickets down in the video description below. And the kicker is, if you don't win the April prize, which is a fishing trip with me, your entry, your raffle ticket, however many you buy, is still entered into winning a fully outrigged $80,000 plus 2023 Skeeter bass boat. Again, an amazing charity to support and two great prizes, a fishing trip with me or a fully rigged Skeeter. Now, let's talk about what we're doing in today's Uncut. Every time that I go on the lake, my routine is the exact same. I start with getting all my tackle ready, sometimes the night before, but oftentimes at the boat ramp itself. With this episode taking place in the springtime, there's a ton of different techniques that could be at play today, and so I want to make sure I have tons of rods on my deck. And the second thing I do before I really start filming my videos is I spend about 10 to 30 minutes trolling around, especially in the spring, up shallow, looking for signs of spawning activity. It could be pre-spawn cruisers, could be actual spawning fish, or could be bait balls and bass protecting fry in the post spawn. And if I get out here early enough in the post spawn, it could be an awesome shad spawn bite. So I want to make sure before I start filming an official video that I have kind of an understanding of what's going on this body of water. The first thing I noticed with my eyes through my polarized sunglasses was that the water is very, very clear. It is about 64 to 68 degrees depending on how shallow I am, and there's a lot of aquatic vegetation. There is shallow hydrilla, there's a little bit of pepper grass, and there is some shallow cattails, reeds, tules, whatever you want to call them. This lake's got them. But one thing it also has is snot grass. That is a kind of moss, a kind of slime that grows on underwater aquatic vegetation that makes treble hooked and non-weedless lures a little hard to throw that are subsurface. So I decided to go with a weedless soft plastic swim bait, the Strike King Rage Swimmer, in a 4.8 inch size with a weighted belly hook. And within the first few minutes, I got my first bite up shallow against some tules. There's one. There's one. Yes, sir. Hey, let's go. Let's go. First one of the day. We are backlit. Uh-oh. After I caught that fish, I decided to go even shallower in that pocket and look around for spawning bass, but I didn't see any spawners, any cruisers, any activity at all. And so I said, let's pack it up and get back to the main lake, where I made just a few casts before this happened. Gosh, there we go. Yes, sir. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. Get in here. All right, buddy. Come on. Come on. Yes, sir. Okay. I think we figured out. They want something moving, but they don't want to be back in the creek. They want to be out here on the main lake. Awesome. 3-pounder. Let's go. I'll tell you what, though, this fish was not hooked very well. Just had a little bit of a hole there on the edge of the lip, but that is gorgeous. A great way to start our Uncut. Let's get the cameras all properly zoomed in here and start this Uncut. Now, I say Uncut. Sometimes there are cuts for using the restroom or my wife or somebody calls me, but other than that, I'm going to try to show you guys 2-ish hours of totally uncut bass fishing. And kind of what I noticed so far is that shallow water, there's probably some fish, but my biggest bite, the second bite I got, was out in a little bit deeper water on some deeper grass. So we're gonna kind of cover as much water as we can. I'm still gonna cruise this main pocket here in this boat dock, and then I'm gonna kind of use live scope or just my eyes to find the grass line out here, throw the hybrid hunter, throw the swim bait, see if we can't find ourselves some big old Texas pre-spawners. That's the whole plan. The wind is a little bit of a factor today on this relatively small lake. Here's what it looks like on a drone view. Not a huge lake. Actually, not huge at all. It's a little county lake here close to the house. And I've never been here before, so that adds another layer of complexity, is that I don't really know where the honey holes are. Don't know where the best stretches of grass or cover are. And so it's gonna be new to me, just like it's new to you guys. Again, I want to talk about the Bass for Beckers giveaway. People DM me all the time asking on Facebook, Instagram, hey, can I go fishing with you? Do you do guide trips or charters? And I just don't have much time to. with all the traveling and video making I do. And so if I can do an awesome giveaway for a charity, man, I will hop at that every chance that I can. So again, I will leave the link down below to pick up your raffle tickets. If I don't get stuck, thank you. Pick up your raffle tickets, man. I think if you got a bundle, I think if you buy like 5, you get a discount on all of them. So how about that? This is the only boat dock I think on this entire lake. It makes me feel like if I skip-a-roo this swim bait under there, might be one coming to take a nibble. When I'm skipping like super close quarters like this and I get a backlash, I just kind of reel it up anyways, because I don't want to spend time. Oh, holy cow. Dang it. Ah. Holy cow, that fish felt nicer, and it ate. I mean, I'm talking like right when it hit the surface. Dang. Makes me think that one might have been protecting a bed. Shoot, man. Why the heck did I not get a hook in that fish? Ooh, but that does, especially with this cloud cover rolling in, does make me want to throw the old ribbit. I do have it rigged up. Makes me excited. That's all I'm saying. Now, I said I wasn't going to go very shallow, but this little stretch here is a lot deeper than the pocket I fished, so I would still consider this fishable water for these conditions. Oop, and looks like there's a little back section of this dock here to skip. How did I not get a hook in that fish? Gosh dang. Can't win them all, I guess. Because you can't always get what you want, but you can try sometimes, and you just might find you get what you need. All right, let's see if there's one hanging out over here. I'm trying out that new camera angle I told you all about in my how to film videos video, the Tato pole with my nice big Sony. Seeing if y'all enjoy that camera angle. I know it gives you a much wider view of what's going on as opposed to the console, but it's just harder for me to check if my lighting's okay and my focus from way back there. But you know what? We're giving it a shot. And I think an Uncut's probably the best episode to give something a shot. I'm probably gonna catch one here. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Maybe not. Maybe not. You know what I'm gonna do though? I'm going to take my frog. Where's it at? There it is. Power pulled down back there, and we're gonna take the frog and give it a flip. Once I untangle it from the tip here, give it a little bit of a flip cast behind these tulies. There's a nice hole. I feel like if one is making a bed back there, or just hanging out, kind of beyond where I can make a good Texas rig cast or something, maybe I could fool him with the ribbit. Gosh, man, if that fish was right there, ate it right on the surface, you know he would have eaten a frog. So it makes me excited for sure. I would love to get my first frog bite of the year on Uncut. How about that? I'm not going to say no to that. Uh-oh. Forgot that my foot pedals ran out of battery. Ain't used them in a long time, so my power pole foot pedals are out. Got to use the hand remote today till I get those fixed. Okay, we're going to throw the frog for about 5-10 minutes until that clump up there. We're committing to the frog until that clump, because I'm really wanting to catch one on it. That was a bad cast. Ooh, and y'all can hopefully see this on the chest mount. We have some really shallow milfoil here. I think it's milfoil. That's like I see it with my polarized sunglasses reaching way out there. So I think we probably have an inside line here where it's, you know, a little bit deeper close to the tules because they've made a path where they're growing. But then it looks like we have a flat of grass here. So if I can, again, probably work my way down this, maybe get a few bites in these holes on a frog or a swim bait, and then pick the outside edge off with, pick it apart with some crankbaits and swim baits. That's probably the best thing I can think of doing right now. But here's the deal with the Uncut, is that regular video, if this shallow deal for the next 10-15 minutes doesn't work, I can just cut it out. With the Uncut, I can't. So you see my decision making in full view, the whole timeline. Now, one thing I'd like to do is raise my trolling motor up, but the Ultrex, such a fantastic product it is, mega sarcasm there, well, the screw to raise the trolling motor up broke. So I have not contacted them yet to get a new piece. So I'm gonna have to power 10 here. Well, if I even can. I should be getting the Power Pull Move trolling motor here soon. That tears through grass for breakfast. So I'm excited about that. You'll see a full review here on the channel. No, I wouldn't say review. You'll just see me using it in some adverse conditions. So that thing is dope. Super cool. All right, it's gotten too shallow. I wanted to pick this area apart, but this shallow milfoil has reached its way all the way to the cattails. So I'm just gonna try to get around this corner, see if it gets any deeper around this pocket here. Now, one thing that's true about the Uncuts is that my voice tends to get hoarse by the end because gotta talk to you guys the whole time. Let you know every thought inside my head, which can be a scary place. The mind of TRF. Very scary place. All right, I don't like how shallow it is. Oh, was that a fish? No, I don't like how shallow it is. So I'm gonna keep making bomb casts up shallow by the tules, but get my boat more on the edge. I don't want to be just tearing through grass. There we go. Okay, let's get the grass off my prop. How's that angle looking back there, huh? How's that look, Bobby? A little blown out, we're fine though. Okay, is grass off my prop? No, grass is not off my prop. Ooh, now it is. Okay, on the scope, looks like it gets 18 feet deep out there. Ooh, once we get past this edge, it's possible that you'll find me scoping here in a few minutes, but it's springtime. I don't want to scope. So I know that a lot of you guys don't have live scope. You don't want to watch videos that have a whole lot of live scoping in them. So that's why I'm trying to find some better shallow water I can fish. Doesn't require scoping, but I mean, if I point the deucer out there and I see a big one sitting on a clump of grass, I'm not gonna stop myself. I'll say that much. But what I will do is stop the camera and restart it because these file sizes are gonna get huge. And that's one of the cuts there that you're gonna see several times, is the stop and restart of clips. All right, now the frog, so I see the grass is pushed up all the way against the tules, so this is not the right bait for this anymore. I'm gonna get the Strike King Hybrid Hunter and give this a whirl on this shallow grass edge here. Although I wouldn't say shallow, you look on scope right there, it drops from, the grass is a foot beneath the surface all the way down to like 8-10 feet, so it's actually a pretty steep drop. I'm gonna try to find that edge with the Hybrid Hunter. You guys know I love this crankbait, and if you haven't tried it yet, you're missing out. You are missing out, that's for sure. That's the thing though about these grass lakes, is that I don't care where you are, Okeechobee, Minnesota, there's not fish everywhere. A lot of places look fishy. If somebody was to show me a picture of this right here online, I'd be like, man, looks fishy to me, but the whole lake looks like this. The whole lake's lined with this stuff. So you really gotta put some time in to figure out where the bass actually are, because they're not everywhere. But I'm just going with the wind. Probably gonna cover water really fast, and probably fish that pocket in there, that pocket in there. But I think I'd really like to find some fish on the edge. It's the most pre-spawn thing I can do, is fish this edge with a hybrid hunter. Uh-oh. Sometimes when you give it a pause and then redo it, it hunts so much it'll hunt itself in a circle. There's one. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. He's running at me. Are you big? Are you big? Yeah, you're not small. Let's go ahead and put the poles down. Oh, he got me in grass. Oh, that's not good with a treble hook bait. Oh, no. Dang it. Come on, get out of there. There you go. Hey, not a bad. I'm just going to boat flip him. Let's go. Perfect. First fish on the Hunter. And I take it back when I said milfoil. This is 100% hydrilla. So got one on the hybrid Hunter. Roof of the mouth right there. I'm going to get out of the center so I can collect the grass off my lure. And we love when they eat the hybrid Hunter. That makes me very excited. And I'm going to use pliers more this year because I got hooked last year. Okay, nice fish right there, 2-pounder. The first little opening in this grass that I got to, it was a sheet of grass. No, I mean a real hard definitive edge, but no holes. And one thing these bass love to do in the spawn and pre-spawn is to live around these holes. They spawn around them, they feed around them, they're ambush points. And so if all you've got is a hard edge, that's fine, fish it. But man, if you've got holes in the grass, it's a really high percentage place to catch a bass. Heck yeah, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Let me check lighting back here. I'm gonna do this a lot because I'm not used to having the camera way back there. Okay, first fish. Oh, that doesn't work. Gosh dang it. There we go. Oh, that didn't work either. There we go. Perfect. Do 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 do. 2-pounder up shallow on the old Hunter. My favorite hybrid Hunter situation, of course, is shallow grass, but it does work around rocks and sticks and stuff. But kind of got to change your combo if you're fishing it around rocks and sticks. I go a little bit not shallower, a little bit lighter line. You know, 12-pound line, 10-pound line around rocks, like any other shallow crankbait I throw. Sticks, I still throw 15 to 20-pound. But grass is almost always 17 to 20-pound Cigar and Vizex, just because the hooks are strong enough. I'm ripping it out of grass, and so, I mean, if I'm already ripping it and bass are trying to get back down on the grass, I can afford to throw it on heavier line. Oh man, this makes me excited. And then the rod, I use a 7.4 medium heavy, 7.3 medium heavy, 7.4 heavy. Actually, what is this? 7.4 medium heavy. Kind of my favorite overall rod for this. I'm throwing the Elite TI reel and the Elite rod. This thing's like, whatever, $850. You don't need this nice of a combo. I've caught them just fine on the KVD combo, so that's the one I'm going to leave linked below. The more that y'all can shop for your tackle using those specific links helps me out a ton. It's called affiliate revenue. Basically, whenever you click that link and make a cart at Tackle Warehouse, it links your purchase, your whole purchase, to my account. Helps me make a living. So if you want to continue to have these videos and you shop at Tackle Warehouse, then click the links to help your boy and tell your friends. I like this. The edge here is closer to the bank. So like fish that were gonna slide up and spawn up here, they have more, less space to have to go, less distance. Let's see, any fish out there that I can scope? Can live scope? I mean, maybe, but I can't tell. Y'all didn't come here to watch that. Y'all came here to watch me throw a crankbait. That's what I'm gonna do. Throw a crankbait. Do 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 do. This edge though, again, is very, very sharp. I mean, you see it here on live scope. Look at that edge. That's a sharp, sharp edge of grass, and that's not what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna keep going fast with this crankbait until I hit a more flowery area with a little more character to it. Let's see, how about a fish next to this little overflow shindig, whatever you call it. I wish the water was pumping in, not going out. There'd be bass galore around that. Grass. You know, I really like these small public lakes because they feel like private lakes. This kind of environment. I mean, it's a Wednesday, yes, but I'm also the only boat on the lake, so that kind of feels private. These lakes aren't touched nearly as much on average as opposed to the huge ones around here. So yeah, they might not have, I call it a high ceiling. Like your potential for a 50-pound bag is on, most of the time, is better on public lakes. But your chances of just having a fun day is better on private. And so that's why I like these small little, not residential, small little county lakes here. Because they give you a good chance of having a fun day. And that's what we're after today, is a fun day. And there's two reasons why I'm heading this direction right now. Number one is because that's where the wind is going, and it's just gonna help me cover water a little bit faster. If I found a good area, I would fish it upwind, just because that makes sense current-wise. But it helps me cover water faster, less trolling motor. And then two, I'm actually heading the south wind. I'm heading toward the north end of the lake, because the north end is usually the hottest. Now, I'm not really seeing that displayed on water temperature. It's actually kind of about the same, but sometimes the northern end of lakes, the northern pockets of lakes, have spawners first in the pre-spawn spawn period. And so I'm gonna test out this farthest north pocket here to see if that's the case. And also the case is that I need to restart my clip. And we're back. It's funny, not a single bite along that whole pocket there, or the whole pocket, that whole line of grass. But hopefully now that I'm at the north end here and there's a little more of a flat type deal, that I'll find myself a bite. Okay, the grass that I just took off there looked like foil. So there's probably a mixture of both. Always looking around on scope though, even though it's springtime. Never know what you'll find out there. Could be a brush pile that you missed. I don't care what time of the year it is. Fish are always on brush piles. Okay. Shallow. Shallow time. That was swim bait. Uh-oh, sun's poking out. Sun is poking out, baby. Has Bill Dance, I think it was Bill Dance's song. The sun is just starting to climb up over the treetops. Make a bomb of a cast with the swim bait. Sometimes it takes a long cast in the spring because the fish are a little spooky. But really I'm just casting it up over this long flat of grass. I'd hope there'd be more holes, but there's not. Holes. Good movie. One of the all-time great Disney movies, I think. Make sure y'all stay tuned for the comment challenge of the day. We'll do that after my next fish catch. It's basically where I check who's still here and do a comment challenge. Not always a prize associated with it, but still a challenge nonetheless. Okay, I was liking the swim bait for a second, but now that I get back to this, I see there's some good little weed clumps sticking around out here. It is 10 feet out there, 4 feet up here, grass clumps kind of everywhere. Gets me excited, gets me jazzed. All kinds of jazzed. Oh, nope, grass. Grass. Yeah, this thing is great at coming out of grass unless it's snot grass. Because, as Mima always said, snot grass is snot grass. It's not. It's different. It's nasty. It's divisive. It's sickening. We don't like it. So we stay away from it. I feel like these wooden poles here, gotta have a few hanging around. One of these days I want to call skadoosh right when a fish actually eats it. Like I called it. Maybe I'll try it a whole bunch this year till it happens. Skadoosh. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Maybe not. Maybe not. We got a little bit of holes going on up here next to these cattails. Man, these here's the deal. This would work if the fish were spawned to post spawn. There'd be fish hanging around that shallow. But the water still being 63.5, I don't see that happening. Even though I did start filming in the afternoon, because that's the better time in the pre-spawn spawn, I still don't think the fish in this body of water specifically have moved up that much. I could hope that I'm wrong, but I haven't seen in the few pockets that I've fished up shallow, haven't seen that to be the case. So, something looked, gosh, dang it. Gosh, dang it. I knew there was one. Come on, come back for it. It looked like he had it. Like I watched. Oh, there he is. Oh no. Oh, I should have had a follow-up lure. Man. Okay, he wasn't big anyways. He was a pound and a half. But we got a bite. Got my first frog bite of the year. When you have super clear water and you're able to actually watch the frog go under, make sure you see if the fish has the whole thing in its mouth. Because I thought I did. From what I could see, fish had the whole thing, but I guess possibly not. Or more than likely not possibly. Fish didn't have the whole thing. Okay. That's fine. Just shows me that there are a few. But again, I get up shallow here and it's different. You can see from the chest mount. It is not, the flat hasn't extended all the way up here. There's some kind of open water for these fish to swim around. That's the misconception about topwater frog around grass, is that, oh, if it's got shallow grass, I can throw a frog. Well, if you don't have any water underneath that grass for the fish to live in, you're basically throwing a frog over, carpeting. So it's not going to be any like carpeting all the way to the ground. Not going to be anything for them to live on. Okay, but this does. This has tules and some grass with water a good 2 to 3 feet for them to be on. We got an inside grass line, the flats out here, deeper area here. Makes me excited. Now I'm not going to throw the hyper speed for frog all year long, especially not for like big long bombs of casts. But if I'm fishing little targets, especially in the spawn, skipping around laydowns and little clumps of grass, then I'm going to be using the hyper speed. Fishing the tires. Y'all better if you're not subscribed to the channel, you're gonna miss out on some amazing fishing this post spawn. Just get ready for it. That tire bite's coming back. If I didn't totally ruin it, I probably did. I exposed it too much, so I apologize to all the Dallas-Fort Worth locals for ruining the tire bite. If there's a gajillion boats on it this year. Come on. Come on. Come on with it. I see a flat of grass coming up here. Looks like a flatter area. Looks like a good place for the old swimmer. So, probably what I'm gonna throw. Gosh! Unless I catch one on the frog. Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's go. Boom! First frog fish of the year. Not a giant, but you love to see it. You love to see the old pop and pad perch do some work. Heck yeah. Yes. Boom shakalaka, baby. Right next to a little reed clump. Let's check my lens, we're good. I kind of smacked the camera there. Yes! Huzzah! There are fish to be caught on a frog. Okay, we love it. Subscribe. Oh wait, comment challenge. Okay, the comment challenge today is your PB, so you're the biggest bass you've ever caught, and then reasonably, how good of a, actually that's too complicated of a question. Your personal best bass and what lure here's the good one. What lure you think you're gonna break that PB with. So like my PB is 14.49 pounds. The lure that I think I'm gonna break that PB on, oh man, that's a really hard question. I really think it's gotta be another Alabama rig. So yeah, that's my answer. 14.49 Alabama rig. So comment below what you think it's gonna be. But I can tell you one thing. I like the look of this pocket right here. Here's a drone shot of what this pocket looks like that I'm about to enter. We've got tons of grass clumps. We've got a deeper area of tules. Water is still the same, 64, but I'm feeling it. Feeling good about it. Matter of fact, I should probably power pull down and get to throwing the swim bait around. Because I mean, these pockets are looking really good. Yeah, power pull down. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, this situation, instead of, you know, getting up in the area and ruining any potential fish that could be here, I'm gonna make some casts with a frog first to really the best looking targets that are on top of the water. So there's a few grass clumps that I see within casting distance that have actually reached the surface. And then once I've done that, I'm gonna put the frog down, pick up the swim bait, and make casts to all the areas where I can see grass, but they hasn't reached the surface. And that will take a longer time because I see more of those areas. And then once I do that, I can actually then move in and fish the bank on these sides here. Just like fishing a lay down log or a tree or a grass edge, you want to start with the outsides and move your way in, unless you're just going after big ones. Now I guess that only applies to wood. Then you'd go straight for the heart every time, but straight shot to the heart and you're to blame. So if you want the big ones, go straight. If you want the numbers, make big long casts. So that there is probably my last cast that I can reach. Well, one more I think that I can reach with the frog. I don't know why the mentality is this that I'll explain, but it kind of makes sense to me. The fish for active ones first and then the slow ones. Like fish with a top water, fish with a crankbait first, a swim bait, before you then slow down with, you know, a Texas rig, a drop shot, shaky head. It's kind of the mindset most anglers have, I think. And I'm not sure if that's right. I mean, it makes sense to me. But maybe the opposite works better. Maybe slow down and then fire them up afterwards. Who knows? That'd be an interesting theory to test. But I'm gonna test a new clip. Ooh, I got a backlash. Dang it. Been roll casting this thing all day, not making bombs, so I didn't have my settings right on the spool. You gotta reel it fast to get it up out of the snot, but it probably still got it on there. Yeah, it did. I got that new Morgan Wallen album stuck in my head. It's good. So many of the songs are just bangers. What a nice day. What a beautiful day to be out here. How about it? I'm not mad about this. I'm not mad. This is my job. Catching bass and taking names of mostly bass. Kind of surprised that in the few casts I've made over this area here that I haven't gotten a bite. Gotta be patient though. I'm really guessing most of the fish are not shallow. No, not over. All right, up. We're gonna go ahead and go in here, make some targeted casts with the swim bait. Huh. If you reel the rage swimmer fast enough, it's actually kind of a plopper. Didn't know that. Wow. Tail kind of goes plop, 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 plop. Cool. That's good to know. Get me a little smaller version for smallmouth around laydowns. Ooh, hadn't thought about that. Yeah, makes a little plopper noise. How about that? That's cool. All right, a lot of snodgrass in this area, but there's a creek going in here that's got a channel, as y'all saw in the drone shot, a channel going through. So I'm gonna fish down the middle of that channel. Because any bass in this pocket, if they're not making beds, they're gonna be in this channel, most likely. I use a lot of like, the bass will be here, but you know, it's fishing. I'm just playing a game of percentages here. Okay. Man, I think that it's too gunky. I think it's too shallow up here. Piece of wood though. First time I've seen wood cover in the water. Come on, be one. Nope. That's where a bed would be. That's where a bass would make a bed. The only piece of wood in the water. For sure. And there's not a bed there, which means they are not doing their thing. Bummer. Also a bummer is that I'm now going straight into the white clouds. So excuse the bad lighting. For a few minutes whilst I fish this area here. If I don't get a bite, I'm gonna pick the big motor up and go up the lake and come back down again with the wind. Because I just don't like having bad lighting for you guys. Need some water. Not sponsored, but Stanley cups are pretty good cups. I know that every cup's a trend nowadays, it seems. But my wife got me into that thing. She's got like 6 of them. And they're pretty awesome. They hold ice really well. I think better than Yeti, to be honest. I know it's scandalous, but I believe it holds ice better than my Yeti cup. It's got a handle and a straw. It's got everything I could ever want. I'll leave an Amazon affiliate link down below. How about that? How about I do that? Okay. One thing I am gonna do is get the frog. Nah. Bad cast. Just wait to the right second and get a roll cast. There we go. Let's see. Any other life updates? I'll probably wait on those till I got better lighting. This is bad. I gotta change this. All right, I'm gonna be backlit for a second. The one thing people don't think about with a YouTuber is all the lighting changes, audio sources. There's a lot to worry about. But I do it for the love of the game, baby. Do it for the love of the game. No other reason. Making videos. I love it. Feel like a frog, honestly, is probably my way of getting the biggest fish today. Probably not the most fish, but if there's an early female getting ready to spawn up shallow, there's no way she's seen a frog yet this year. So sometimes when you're chasing big ones, you got to throw baits nobody else is. Probably a little early to the frog for most people. All right, well, now that we are out of the shallow pocket, it looks like the same deal happened again. Grass flat leading up to the tules. So I either got to get real close to them and fish the inside edge or get on the outside. So you know what? We're gonna pick the trolling motor up. Well, not yet. Give me a few seconds. I like this edge here. I like these edges. We got a lot of holes and crevices to throw. Well, my trolling motor is getting bogged down though. Last cast right here. All right. I keep saying last cast, and then I get up to some new stuff that just looks really good. I.e. these clumps right here. Okay, this is truly my last cast with the frog at this area for right now. Yeah. It's my last cast, except for the fact that it's not, because I got a better cast. Okay. Crank up power. Get our son up out of here. Oh, man, it is thick. What a loud trolling motor. I cannot wait to get rid of this thing. Jeez. So loud. Okay. We're gonna yank this thing up. Yank it up. Get the grass off of there. All right. Oh, gotta get the trolling motor cable around. All right, we're gonna crank the big motor up and get ourselves on that side of the lake and work down this way, because I feel like, again, lighting's better this way and the fishing angle too. So we'll see y'all in a second. All right, so we have landed at the very south end of the lake. And one thing I noticed when idling up here is that the whole middle of this lake here is all a grass flat. So I think once I land on an area where the fish are, I could catch probably a few in a row, but it's kind of more expansive. Still though, tons of holes. So I feel like winding the swim bait, just kind of, you know, random fan casting is not a bad idea. You know, it's probably a high percentage way to get a bite, but also it's one of those things where you could do it for an hour and get no bites, then all of a sudden you make the right cast and it's bam, bam, bam. So it's kind of the risk you take with doing this. I'm gonna fish around this area for a little bit, push up shallow. Man, I just really wish they were spawning, because there's so much good spawning habitat up here. So many good areas for them to make beds, and I just don't think they're doing it. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with the hybrid hunter. The grass looks deep enough under the surface for this. I can cover water a lot faster with it. Now, unless of course you get snot grass on it. That's the problem with the grass in the pre-spawn. Eventually it'll get too warm outside, and the fish or and the grass will have stuff growing on it. Makes the hybrid hunter bite a little harder. Nope. Uh-oh. What just happened there? Hit a weird long cast and got a backlash. On the elite. How's that possible? Must have had some kind of weird loop that got caught. Forced the problem. I see a lot of, I'm gonna make a video about this. I see a lot of people that have bait caster problems when they're casting, because they don't reel their line in tight. And man, you're gonna have a lot of problems if you're trying to make another cast and you've got loose line coming out of your spool. So to eliminate half the problems for people that are using a bait caster, just reel your line in tighter. It'll come off the spool better. Especially when fishing like a worm, Texas rig type deal. People hardly ever, when they're starting out, put their thumb and their finger on their line and make sure it's coming in straight. Well, and now we're getting too shallow. That's honestly kind of what junk fishing is, and I think that's what separates the, come on now, get on there, separates the good anglers from the great ones, is how quickly they make the decision to put a lure aside to try something else. And I'm trying to be a great angler, trying to be good at what I do, and not just stick with a lure for 10 too many casts because I had caught one on it. Try to see every spot with a brand new mindset. Really every cast with a brand new mindset. Okay. This area really feels like just a big pocket. This whole south end here. Water temp is a little colder down here. Half a degree colder, 63.5, so almost 64 up there. I'm not sure if that even makes a difference, but hey, my hypothesis was right about the north end being a little warmer. And we are got a lot of hydrilla around here, so not sure how much farther south I'll go here. Probably not much. Like all of my bites so far, to be real, have come on deeper holes, not flat areas. Not, at least not this shallow. So that's what you got to do when you're putting together a pattern, is eliminate the areas in your head that haven't worked. Man, it's about time that I catch one. My watch time's probably going down. People are leaving because I ain't caught nothing. But that's just kind of how this deal works, man. It's uncut. I can't promise fish catches the entire time. All right, I've gotten up here and it's too shallow. Too much grass. Not enough bass. Grass equals bass, but grass does not all grass equals bass. That phrase is a half-truth. Come on. I wish I could raise my trolling motor up. Oh wait, also, raising my engine up would help a lot. There's like not even, if there's no lane for these fish to live in, and just holes, but not super deep holes, I don't think many are gonna be here. So let's just cruise through this as quickly as we can. Same thing also goes with punching. Once this grass starts to form, mats on the top of the water in the summertime, and you throw in a big heavy weight, it's called dobbing around, you got to make sure that the grass actually has water underneath it. Because like I look at this mat right here, and yeah, there's 4 feet of water, but like where it's growing, there's no canopy. It's just growing all the way to the top. Probably because the ground slopes up a little bit here. It's not that the grass is longer, the ground is just higher, so that's why it's formed a hump of grass. Like I'll still flip in this hole just for fun, but I don't think there's gonna be a bass in that hole. How neat would that be though? Man, it's like, I'd rather be covering water with that crankbait a little bit deeper if the sun's out. Because these bass are not up yet. And it's a bummer. Makes me sad. Dang it, at the very end. I have not dialed in my gear yet this year. A lot of these reels are brand new. Have not spent much time fishing, so I'm gonna spool tension down one there. What was that? Turtle probably. I've seen turtles on these pad clumps. Now one thing that I know has water underneath it is all these laid down dead reed clumps, but if there's not bass spawning, not bass post-spawn summer deal yet, I'm not gonna spend time punching up there, even though it does look juicy. Okay, what does the lighting look like now? What are we looking? We're looking good. I like it. And I've got like, how much time do I got? 45 minutes-ish before I've got to head home. Moo! I'd love to just stay out here all day filming the Uncut, but I got stuff to get back to at the house. I got a Zoom call for NSR fishing. A lot of cool things going on around the channel. Yeah, if you were trying to fish in college one day, NSR's National Scouting Report, they're a company that's been doing scouting for college athletics, volleyball, football, basketball, whatever, to get you, placed at a college. But nobody ever did that for fishing. So they're the first actual reputable brand who works with fishing coaches and colleges to get kids ranked on a 5-star level. And so, of course, it's a program, you got to pay for it, but they're like 100% on getting kids right now into college programs. So if you or your kid or grandkid wants to fish in college one day, check out the program. It's pretty cool. Proud to be a part of helping them out. So I'm on a Zoom call tonight with them. And I actually met the company through the guy who runs the program. His name is Brett, and he is Dustin Connell, who's a Major League Fishing angler. He's Dustin's videographer. And if y'all didn't know, I work on the Bass Pro Tour, Major League Fishing, for Alton Jones Jr. I'm his camera guy. And so that's kind of why there's been less videos this pre-spawn, because the tour that I travel on goes all across the South, all across the country, really. It was so stacked, the schedule, toward the beginning of this year. So I was just gone filming for Alton a lot this spring so far, or this late winter, early spring. But the tour is slowing down a little bit. When this video comes out, there'll only be one more tournament, Lake Murray, I believe, that either is just about to happen or happening. And once that tournament's over, I'll have about a 2-week break where I can really crank out tons of stuff. So that'll be nice. That will be nice. Okay, a few casts with the frog up shallow, and then we're just gonna commit as much as I can to the hybrid hunter on the edge. I want to catch a fish. It'd be nice in these uncuts if it was just fish after fish after fish, but that's not always how it works. I kind of figure something out, and then I try to replicate it, but the few areas that I choose to replicate that pattern, aren't good. And so I have figured it out. I just picked bad areas. If you were to give me the full day, I can make a video showing you 25 fish catches, because I picked apart the whole lake, found all the good areas, and used my pattern on the whole lake. But I can't do that on a short time period like this. And when pro anglers talk about decision making, that's really what they're talking about, is picking the right areas for the pattern they've discovered and maximizing their day. And decision making applies to not just professionals, but recreational anglers as well. You're going to catch more fish if you select the right areas at the right times. Okay. I just gotta feel like there's a few more fish up shallow. But I gotta force myself. If I don't get a bite after this clump of openings here on the frog, gotta force myself to stop it. Go throw a crankbait. take my breath away. Oh, I can't wait for the tire bite. Really just the bushes bite in general. Bushes, tire, pull shallow, like hard stuff. Or you set the hook and it's like you're pulling through all kinds of junk. Open water deal can be fun, but man, that heavy cover is, to me, where it's at. All right, I gotta get a new clip. That's too long. Okay. Come on, eat it. Gosh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh my goodness. Get up in here. Get up in here. Yes, sir. That was almost as good as calling the skadoosh. Come on, come on, come on. Stop it. I gotta show y'all this. I gotta show y'all this. How about that? How about frog in the face? Okay. 2.5 pounder. Popping pad perch down his gullet. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Beautiful. Okay. I'm gonna keep throwing the frog. I know it's bad for me. I'm an addict. I'm an addict. But man, if there's enough of them, oh, fills me with joy. That was cool. That was really dang cool. I was just starting to doubt myself. But again, I got to a good area. There's depth on this stuff. I know I keep talking about it, but if you got depth on your grass, that's the only place they're gonna be. Yum, yum, yum. That's what I'm talking about. No giants today so far, but a lot of FUN. And I'll show you guys my frog here after the next cast. One more cast I want to make, and then I'll show you which one I like using. Now, that was not the cast I wanted to make an overhand version of it. There we go. No, also not the cast I wanted to make. Dang it. Ooh. One more try. One more try. Ah, dang it, I keep catching stuff. Well, either way, this here is the frog. It is the Strike King poppin' pad perch in, I believe it's just perch color or no, it's not sunfish. I will find the exact one and I'll link it down in the video description. But Strike King doesn't call this a frog. They call it a poppin' pad perch, but yeah, whatever. Hope had a bite just there. I had a bite right there. Because I did, I'm gonna get the old wacky rig. See if I can't get me one to bite the wacky rig. Come on, perfect skip. That was dope. Nope, okay. Might have been a bluegill. Might have been a bluegill. Okay. We tried. Yeah, Strike King doesn't call it a frog. But I don't care. I don't care what they want me to call it. It's a frog. It's a topwater hollow belly frog. Looks like one, acts like one. It's just got a flared out tail. It's not really a skirt. not skirt material. It's cut rubber. Come on this point. On this point, why don't you? Where you at, 5-pounder? Where you at, big old pre-spawn mama? Come on now. I'm just happy I'm catching frogfish, the pre-spawn. This is how you can tell Tyler's a happy boy. Does he get to throw a frog? If you check that box, yes, then he's a happy boy. Oh, uh-oh. Fish just did a circle around it. I saw the wake. Must have been small. That's like it's a bite there, a swirl here. This area might have some more fish, you know, more fish on average. So I'm gonna fish a frog this whole cut here as long as I got depth. How are we doing lighting? Looks fine to me. Uh-oh, camera's almost dead though. New battery. There we go. Adjusted lighting a little bit. Come on. Come on. Poppin' pad perch in its natural environment. Being hunted by the largemouth bass. Skadoosh! Ah, man. I could probably be flipping a little Texas rig in these areas as well. But why? Why would I? The frog is getting bites. Ooh, it got deeper out here. Man, this pocket is just checking all my boxes. Pocket is checking my boxes. $64.1, okay, water's getting a little warmer. Man, you know what? The big one's probably glide bait in this area here. Deeper holes. Probably what's up. We got a water spot on my lens. Okay, we're clean. Ooh, I just saw a fish bust over there. Can I reach there from here? No, I cannot. Still work it out though, just in case he's around. No. Must not be that many up because I just went down like a really good stretch there to no bites. So, wah. Wah is what I say. I feel like throwing the swim bait way down this channel here. Probably a smart idea. Must not be that smart. If it's 4:44, 6:30. Yeah, I got half an hour max right now. Half an hour max to finish this video and get my drone shots. Oh, dang it. Oh, I gotta loop my line. Shoot. Nah, gosh. Where's the loop? Where you at? There you go. I feel like a fish had me there. Maybe not. No. Frog just got stuck. Okay. All right. I'm all frogged out. I'm all froggy freshed. Gonna go swim bait out of here and then crankbait down the edge. So much snot grass. Yeah. I don't like that. Oh, here's a pocket. Probably already too close, but yeah. I get so close to reaching the end of the cast. Snot grass. Snotty, snotty grass. Oh, that felt like a bite. Something felt bitey there. Something felt mighty bitey in my tighty whities. Well, the cool thing is I'm gonna fish about the entirety of this lake, you know, without hitting certain shallow sections in the middle of the lake in about 2 hours. So I'd say we covered water pretty effectively today. I don't know if I like the clouds better or the sun better. I don't have an answer for you. But we've had both throughout this episode. We have definitely had both. Gosh, this reel just casts better. Yeah. This reel's dope. I like it. Oh. Oh! I just had some fish following my my hybrid hunter. I looked down a live scope and I was like, what the heck? Those are bass. Like right there, that looks like a bass in the grass. That's totally a bass. 2 of them, or they're bluegill. I don't know. Eat it. Come eat it, buddy. Come on. Man, they're following it. I guess those aren't bass, I guess. There's stuff following my crankbait, that's for sure. Whee! Maintenance cast. Like right there. There looks like a clump with bass on it right there. It's got to be a bass. Oh! Ah, that was a bass. Okay. Good to know. There are bass out here. There are bass to be caught out here. Just cranking around. A jerkbait probably would have caught that fish. So if I see any more what looks like obvious fish, I'm going to pull out the jerk plug. That bait floated a little too fast for that bass. Let's get a new clip. It seems like when I get a new clip going, I catch one. No, we'll see about that. I feel like I see fish right there on the edge. This crankbait just doesn't get deep enough to him. No, we don't. Yuck. Snotgrass. Snotgrass is snotgrass. It's nasty. Just working my way down. I know I've kind of been silent for a few minutes. I want to get a bite. That's what I'm trying to do here. Working my way down this grass edge, shallow. You probably can't see on the chest mount. Shallow up here, snot grass filled. 8, 9, 10 feet of water out there. So I'm trying to work the edge of this area. And looking for fish on scope as I go. But I don't really see a whole lot. Just some weak grass. Come on. I want to catch one, power pull down, catch 2, 3, 4. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. That's all I'm asking for Christmas. For Christmas is you, baby. Can't tell if that's a bass or what that is, but we're gonna bring it by him. No, grass. Come on, man. Where are they? Do I seriously need to go down that edge with a frog? I mean, heck, that might be the best. That'd be the best chance. If I can't find them, you know, needle in a haystack on this. I only got 15 minutes. I may have to do something else. Dang it. I mean, yeah, I caught him on a frog and a swim bait, but I don't think that's where the majority of the bass are. So, one of those time constraint situations where I want to catch fish for you guys. I may have to do something less, funny as it is, less high percentage to get a bite. But it is more high percentage today. I've caught more fish doing it. It's just not the dominant technique. I think once I picked apart this place, I'd really find where the crankbait bite is, where the Texas rig bite is. It's somewhere. Just not where I is. Looks like a bass on the back side. Over here, maybe. No, grass. Man, I was thinking after I got that first hybrid hunter bite that it was going to be gangbusters, but it's not been the case, sadly. No, as I say that, I thought I had a bite, but I just had a big old clumpy dump. Big old clumpy dump of grass. Come on, get off of there, Mr. Drilla. I love you. You're the best cover for a bass, but I don't want there to be a bass where you are, or else you are no good to me. It's like these conditions are perfect. Pre-spawn, grass, wind. Just can't figure them out. Like, this is not a frog day. It's not quite there yet. But man, you know what? God, for the last 15 minutes. Oh, never mind. Never mind. There's one. There's one. Let's go. Let's go. Every time I try to make a move or do something different, I end up catching one. Cool. Second fish on the hybrid hunter. And I mean, like, when they want it, they want it. I mean, like, look at that. Hopefully it focuses. Is it focusing? Yeah, look at that. Crankbait down the hatch. Not coming off at all. So, hey, I'll make a few more casts in this general vicinity. See if I can find more fish. Gosh, that guy got it good. Why can't they all get it that good? Is he bleeding? Not yet. Not bleeding yet. That's the key phrase here. I did get him in a gill. Got it. All right. The guy was bleeding a little bit. Get back in the water, friend. Oh, jumping. Okay. There's a bass. Let's try it again. See if there's multiple. Because man, I really think this is the better way to get a bite. I really think there's more fish doing this kind of thing. Ah, cut the hooks. It was too deep to power pole where I tried, so I drifted into the area, I think. Man, I really still feel, even after one of them, still feel like my percentages are better. Last few minutes fishing a frog. I don't know. I see the clump though. Ooh, eat it, eat it, eat it. Ah! I have them follow me off the clump, so they're still around. There's more fish here. I don't, no clue if that works. Probably not. I was just having fun. Just having a good old time there. Seeing if I could pull one out of its area. Okay. All right. Gosh, where are the big ones at, man? We've had a fun day. It's been a good video. But I want un grande. As my friend Senor Bass would say, mucho grande. Or muy grande. whatever the proper verbiage is there. I see some fish right there. Some fish right there. Y'all want to come eat? Y'all want to come eat? Y'all want to come? Y'all want to come? Those are bluegill. Those are tiny. Those fish are tiny. Yeah. Those are gills. But in the spring, where there are gills, there are often bass. What else can I do? Baby, all I want for pre-spawn is 10 powder. I got 2 last year. Is it too much to ask for one more? Man, it looks like there's a bass right there. Looks like there's a bass right there. Who twisted my rods up? I don't like when people do that. Someone's in my boat and they come twisting up my rods. I didn't ask for that. Come eat it, buddy. You a bass? Maybe it's not a bass. Yeah, I like the bass. Something in the water though. Yeah. Whatever was there was not a bass. It was just floating. Okay, last few minutes, we're gonna throw a frog. Try to finish out this video on a fish catch. How about it? I only got like 10 minutes to fish. Max. So I gotta get home. Ah! Come on, jerkbait hook, get in there. All right, let's go. One cast with the hybrid as I work my way in. Oh, hey, I'm glad we figured out that they will bite this thing. You just got to get around the right area, which is not always easiest. Oh, hello. Can't always just find the juice right away. It's not the juiciest looking shallow stuff I've fished. It's a little shallow, but also not the worst. We have a little bit of a cut here. A little bit deeper water. So it's deep enough. I hear some kind of bird back here making noise. All right, one last clip here, folks. Let's do it. Oh, I can't wait to do that. This little skipping a frog around the pads for some super angry northern strain 4 to 5 pounders, 4 to 6 pounders. I got a lake that I only fished once last year. I kind of figured out some good areas. I'm gonna go back and really spend some good time there and make some banger videos for y'all. I'm pumped. Pumped. It's an understatement. Honestly, a buzzbait could work as well. Cover water really fast. And that's one of those lures that I've heard works better a lot earlier than you think it would. Like when nobody else is throwing a buzzbait, when it's killer. I'm just not sure if I've seen enough fish up shallow to justify it. Also, maybe not a super clear water deal. That might be a more dirty water on riprap rocks and shallow wood, not Thule's clear water grass. I really enjoy these uncuts though, especially when they go well like I did today. You know, catching a fish every 20 30 minutes, showing you guys what it's like to be out here filming. Really fun. And I like when they go well because then it's worth my time. I have filmed some uncuts that, man, I'd catch one fish in 3 hours. Just wasn't feeling it that day. Didn't have the best day, so I don't make a video out of that. Feels like a waste at that point, but when it goes well, it's a lot of fun. A lot of stinking fun. I'm getting distracted. I'm talking to you guys. My casts are not as good as I'd want them to be right now. I gotta see if my microphone is still recording. It is. Cool. $5.11. Man, time goes so fast on the water. I've only got 4 minutes till I gotta call it quits. Just gonna trolling motor on 9.5, get my way to all the juicy spots I can. I feel like it's MLF and I got 4 minutes till line's out. And I need one more coal to get above that Toro cut line. Oh my gosh. Oh, holy cow. Yeah, that was my fault. That was 100% my fault. I'm going too fast. I set the hook, pull it with me, and the fish comes off right here. Dang it. Shoot, man. Oh, that was such a cool storyline there. Talking about needing that score tracker coal. Dang it. My camera get water on it, we're good. Well, hey, tournament's not over, baby. My boat official's telling me 3 minutes, Tyler. And I'm like, what do I need to pass Wesley Strader? I need a 2-pound, 4-ounce bass. All right, here we go. Marty and JT, Chad are counting down the seconds. Probably congratulating Jacob Wheeler on winning the round, but I'm still going for that Toro cut line, baby. I gotta make the knockout round. I got 2 minutes. 2 minutes till line's out. I have slowed down considerably. I gotta speed up though again. Less than 2 minutes. Yeah, if you haven't watched my series that I'm filming for Alton Jr., I'll leave that down below. That's honestly one of the big ways you can help what I'm doing right now is we're trying to get a lot of momentum for Alton Jr. And so if you like my videos, man, you're gonna love his. A lot of tournament content, but shot in a really fun, exciting way that I think a lot of people don't do. Content is as good as we're doing. There's a lot of tournament vlogs out there, but I really am proud of what we're doing. So if y'all go subscribe to his channel, that would mean a lot to me and to him because we're trying to build something cool over there. So I'll talk about it a few times this spring, this summer, but it's probably something I'm most excited about. And if you like supporting TRF, go support my buddy Alton Jr. and his channel. Come on, 1 minute. Planes flying over. Come on, fish. One more fish. Right on this point, how about it? Right on this point. Looks gorgeous. Less than a minute. Forcing myself to have a timer. Oh, 5:15, line's out. Good thing I'm not fishing a tournament, because I can fish this little point here. It feels good, it feels fun though. I see why the MLF guys like it. Score tracker deal is fun. And that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it for the Uncut, everybody. Hey, appreciate y'all watching. I love getting to do this series. If you want to see my last Uncut video, I will leave that. Boom, up here in the corner. I don't know which one that was, either kayak, or actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave the one that I caught some big bass on the Hybrid Hunter at a lake here in town. I will leave that up there in the corner. If you like this video, go click that one, because it helps me out in the YouTube algorithm. As always, tackle is linked below. Shop for that, and check out the Bass for Beckers raffle tickets to win a trip to fish with me. You can be in an Uncut with me. How about that? My name's Tyler. We'll see y'all out there.